The pregnant woman was shocked to discover that her husband was secretly talking with his mistress. When the two were caught, to avoid their secret being exposed, they chose to go all the way, and actually pushed the pregnant wife, who was 9 months alone, down the stairs. When her father arrived, the scumbag husband was still putting on his dramatic performance. What they didn't know was that the wife had already told her father everything she saw. The two of them were acting as if they were grieving, thinking the man was still in the dark, but in reality, the man was pretending to not know anything. After they left, the man's plan for revenge truly began. He would send them to hell on the 7th day after his daughter's death. It turned out, this stepmother was originally just a housekeeper for the family, and with her daughter Ponpon's help, she managed to rise to power. Now, she and her son-in-law were already colluding together. Once the daughter was dead, they had their eyes set on the vast company the man held. They thought the man was still clueless, and dared to act intimately at the funeral hall. One day, the man suddenly came home, and caught the scumbag and the stepmother half-dressed. They quickly lied, saying the scumbag was just worried, so he moved in to take care of them. The man didn't say much, but he looked at the stepmother's growing belly with a thoughtful expression. He intentionally spoke to himself in front of his daughter's photo, saying that with such a big company, even though his son-in-law was capable and filial, he was still an outsider. If he remarried in the future, wouldn't the family business fall into someone else's hands? The scumbag and the stepmother heard this clearly from outside the door. They quickly came up with an even better plan. At Ponpon's memorial service, the scumbag put on a tragic performance in front of all the guests. He tearfully said that for his late wife, he had already undergone a vasectomy. In this life, and in the next life, he would only love Pan. This act of deep love moved everyone in the room, even the old fox of a man. He announced right there that he would hand over the entire Goo Corporation to this good son-in-law. The scumbag pretended to humbly decline, saying he wasn't worthy. The stepmother fanned the flames, saying that now the man could only trust him. Finally, in front of everyone, the man held a press conference, announcing he was stepping down as CEO, and would unconditionally transfer all his shares to the scumbag. As the stock transfer agreement was signed, they finally revealed their true colors. The scumbag publicly hugged the stepmother, and pulled out a fake vasectomy report printed for $5 at a copy shop. He mocked his father-in-law as a fool, proudly showing how he had been taking care of the man's wife in his bed, in the kitchen, and even at Ponpon's funeral. Immediately after, the stepmother threw out a divorce agreement, forcing the man to sign and leave with nothing. She even kindly offered him $500 for a settlement. Facing the ultimate humiliation from this adulterous couple, the man remained unusually calm. Without saying a word, he signed the divorce agreement. Everyone thought the man had lost, and was a spineless coward. The son-in-law, thinking he had already won, revealed everything in front of Ponpon's memorial. He not only admitted to the affair with the stepmother, but also gleefully told the man how he personally pushed Pan down the stairs. He even imitated Ponpon's desperate cries before she died. But he never expected the man to just sneer, and slowly say, "You think this is a secret?" Then, he played a recording of his daughter's final desperate plea for help.
啊！救我！周凯和小曼他们要杀我，是绝我！
你是什么时候知道的？
极限反转啊！大新闻呐！
这个贱人已经告诉你了，你是什么时候知道的？